Okay, today's video is a little different. This is a paddle that you probably haven't seen a ton of reviews on. This is the Terra TC-14 Pro from a company out in Michigan called TMPR. I've actually done a big video on 3 different Gen 1 paddles of this same shape. Be sure to check that one out if you haven't. And I'm betting you haven't because not a lot of people watched it, but those are some great paddles as well. Here's the link. As for TMPR's newest version, this is a Gen 2 paddle, so it's thermoformed and hot pressed like all the really popular paddles out right now. However, to my knowledge, and let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, this is the only thermoform paddle that is actually assembled in the US. Just about all the other Gen 2 paddles are made start to finish in China, but if you know otherwise, please let me know down below. But beyond that, this paddle has some other super unique things going on as well. But before we get into it, I want to let you know TMPR is letting me give one of these babies away for free, so be sure to stick around until the end of the video to see how to enter. But if you want to get a head start, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now let's talk specs. The Terra TC-14 Pro is a 14mm paddle. Its face is T700 texture carbon. Its shape is elongated with an arrow curve. It's thermoformed with perimeter edge foam. However, the paddle is not unibody, which is something I think TMPR should consider doing for future iterations. The core is polypropylene, the dimensions are 16.25 by 7.68 inches, the grip length is 5.25 inches, the grip circumference comes in 2 options, 4.125 inches or 4.25 inches, the average weight is 7.8 to 8.2 ounces, the advertised swing weight is 105, the advertised twist weight is 5.7. It has a 1-year manufacturing defects warranty as well as a 9-month handle brakes warranty, so be sure to register. And the price is $149 after you use promo code MATTHEWK to knock off 20 bucks. Okay, I should just say it right now, I think this is going to be one of my favorite, if not my favorite control paddle of the year. It plays unlike any other Gen 2 paddle I've tested, and I just really enjoy how effortless it is to control the ball with this thing. It's not stiff at all. I would say it's plush with very muted pop. The face and core and how it's constructed all allow for some serious dwell time, letting you sling the ball wherever you want. It's just a joy to do drops and resets with this paddle, and I really have no complaints. And the surface performs just fine in my opinion. Plenty of spin and grab, it has really good touch and feel. Also, I think the sweet spot is much better than what that 5.7 twist weight indicates. I'm actually hoping some other reviewers with the machine get their hands on this because I'm not convinced that number is accurate. But regardless, I think this paddle feels great and I love how it handles the ball. That being said, my playstyle leans way more towards control than most reviewers, so just keep that in mind. But for me and how I play, I really had no issues. I loved how this thing played straight out of the box. However, I do think some folks will probably want a bit more power. Luckily, there's plenty of room to add some weight at the head if that's your preference. For me, I actually don't mind having a lower power Gen 2 paddle with that 105 swing weight because that elongated shape gets tons of plow through at the baseline, which is pretty much the only time I like to put a lot of power behind my shots. But if you like banging up at the kitchen, you'll probably want to add that weight and increase the swing weight a bit. And beyond the numbers, I think it's important to highlight how TMPR differs as a company. All of their gear is assembled here in the US over in Michigan, so quality control is pretty easy compared to most companies that are having everything done completely overseas. TMPR also took their time bringing a Gen 2 paddle into their lineup, and I think their patience resulted in a very unique feeling Gen 2 paddle that isn't like anyone else's. And since their paddles are assembled here, you can get ones that are super customized. I actually talked a lot about that in my other TMPR video, but for the Terra TC-14 Pro, you can choose from 2 different handle circumferences, for example. And I've said it before, but I'll say it again. TMPR has some insanely good handles. TMPR also really stands behind their products with solid warranties and offers a super unique demo program for their paddles as well. And ultimately, trying a paddle out for yourself is how you really find out if it's a good fit. Finally, they have a ton of unique shapes, and I'm really hoping we'll see some more of them get this thermoform treatment. In particular, I'd love to see some Gen 2 versions of the Oculus or Ascend shapes. As for value, I think $149 after promo code MATTHEWK knocks off that 20 bucks is a very good price. I tend to prefer hybrid paddles, but I think the uniqueness of this elongated paddle makes it a super easy recommend for someone wanting to dip their toe into the elongated paddle space, but want to maintain a super control leaning game. And that's just about all I've got to say about the Terra TC-14 Pro. However, I also wanted to highlight that promo code MATTHEWK works on their tournament bag as well, which is top notch. It's got tons of space with some really durable fabric, And after that $20 discount, this thing is only 79 bucks. So it's just a really good deal. Now, as for the giveaway for the Terra TC-14 Pro, all you need to do is like this video, subscribe, comment which shape from Temper you hope gets the thermoform treatment next, and there are a lot to choose from, and then fill out that Google form in the description so I have a way to contact you if you win. That's it. The raffle will be in about a month, and Temper will also be sending a paddle eraser and a paddle cover to the winner as well, so be on the lookout for that email. Good luck. Okay, that's all I've got. I'm super stoked to see what Temper does next. I hope to see the Terra TC-14 Pro and their tournament bag out in the wild sometime. I'll be sure to leave a link in the description for Temper's site. Don't forget to use promo code MATTHEWK for that $20 discount. I'll also leave some links and codes for some other cool paddles and paddle companies. Be sure to check those out. And I have a list of some of my favorite pickleball accessories down there in the description as well, so don't be afraid to click around. Using those links and codes does help me and helps the channel, so it's always appreciated. And please like and subscribe, that helps me a lot too. But most importantly, I hope you get to pickle soon, and just don't forget, it's about having fun.